YouTube. This is Craig Jockman, and I decided to do another video. My thoughts on the Lions. My thoughts on the Lions 2016 preseason so far. I'm going to start it off with a quarterback situation. Yes, we all know Matthew Stafford is the starting quarterback. He will start this season, but the Detroit Lions offense. The Detroit Lions offense is in between. Rather or not place Dan Orlovsky and Jake Rudock as a backup quarterback for Matthew Stafford, as the second stringer quarterback, second starter, whatever they want to call it. Yeah, well, me, hands down, is going to be, I do want it to be Jake Rudock. But, yeah, Dan Orlovsky, it's time for you to go, brother. Yeah, it's time for Dan Orlovsky to go. I mean, you've been with the Lions for 10 years, since 2007. And who have you done? Nothing. Yes, absolutely nothing. Nothing like 20 picks and 14 fumbles and 35 interceptions and one safety from the opposite teams. I mean, we even went 0-16 with Dan Orlovsky. Yeah, 0-16. That's the quarterback. Dan Orlovsky is like the NFL one of the NFL's worst quarterback ever. Not in Lions history. I'm talking the entire NFL. This dude, man, he's just like hysterically worse and funniest. I still can't get over the fact that during that 0-16 season, it was an overtime game, right? It was 10-10. This dumb fool gonna run on the opposite side. He's just gonna run back for the safety. He just ran the wrong way, and the Vikings end up winning that game 12-10. It was an overtime, and the rule says first team to score wins. This dumb freaking idiot just run back to safety to get the Lions to score. To get the Vikings to win. What the fuck is... I still can't get over the fact. Not only the entire NFL, the entire fan of 31 teams, even the Lions fans, they laughing at that. I mean, it's hysterically funny, but at the same time, it's freaking... It kind of pissed me off that time. I remember I was like 14, 16 when they went winless. I mean, man. So Dan Orlovsky, you're gonna get cut, brother. If they decide to keep you, even at the third starting quarterback, I'm gonna be pissed. Why isn't he waived yet? So far, the past 2 preseasons, he was trash. He was already in garbage mode. Throwing picks, interceptions, dumb decisions. It's time for you to go, brother. This is a new era. This is the Bob Quinn era. You're going to get cut, son. You're going to get cut. Unless your buddy, your boy best friend, Jim Caldwell, is going to find a way to convince them to stay with the Lions. But other than that, Dan Orlovsky, it's time for you to go. Bye-bye. Jake Rudock, my thoughts on him too. He's good, and at the same time, but he know how to get to the end zone. Jake Rudock, he's in between good and bad, but he plays a hell of a lot better than Dan Orlovsky. Jake Rudock. Yeah, he might made a mistakes. I mean, he might made a couple of mistakes. I mean, he's not gonna make that much of a mistake. At least he know how to get to the freaking end zone. Yeah, he do. Jake Rudock, he's got potential. He can be Matthew Stafford's good backup. I mean, he was a Michigan quarterback, Michigan Wolverines quarterback, back in college, back in his college days. So yeah, Jake Rudock, he's a good backup. He's a good backup, and he will make the team. If he doesn't make the team instead of Dan Orlovsky, if he doesn't make the team and they pick Dan Orlovsky instead, I'm gonna be pissed. What if Matthew Stafford gets injured? What if Matthew Stafford gets injured? What if Dan Orlovsky leads the team to another 0-16 season? They're gonna look dumb as hell. You should have kept Jake Rudock, even though he's still going. Jake Rudock. If Matthew Stafford gets injured and Jake Rudock will be starting, he gonna give the Lions at least 4 or 5 wins instead of that chump Dan Orlovsky. I want Dan Orlovsky gone. I want Jake Rudock instead. I trust Jake Rudock. I just can't trust Dan Orlovsky as quarterback. Every time he touches the ball, I just cringe in fear. What if he throws another pick? Which brings me to this young running back, Dwayne Washington. Man, boy, does he fast. I watched him in college. I mean, I don't watch that much college, but I checked some of his highlight videos that a fan posted. And man, that boy can run, though. I'm not rushing. I'm not saying he's the future. He got potential to be a future, but he knows how to get into the end zone. He knows how to tear through some holes and through the defense of that opponent. But man, that boy can run. I like him. I like Dan Washington. I hope he makes the team. He's going to make the team. I believe Zach Zenner and Dwayne Washington will show up during the regular. I mean, even though they're gonna get a little rusty. They're gonna get a little rusty from the start, though. But I know, then they will do good. I know they will do good. Just give them time. I'm not rushing. It's too fast. And that's pretty much it. The Lions cut a couple of players and sign a new guys. The preseason's not over yet. The Lions plays tomorrow against the Baltimore Ravens. I will be making another video after the game's over, and my thoughts. And that's it. Thanks for watching. This is Craig Jockman. That's my thoughts so far from the 2016 preseason of the Detroit Lions. Peace out.